Hello everyone. Can you hear me? Hello everyone. Let's try again. I'm Monia Gates. I'm the artist behind Color My Dreams. Welcome to this live stream. I see there's loads of you that's joining us for the first time. Thank you so much for being here. For some other reason, there's a bit of a problem with the sound. There's a bit of buffering going on YouTube itself. They say it's a problem, but we'll carry on as best we can. Okay, if you guys have joined the event, there's an event for this color along of this page on Friends Who Color group and on Color My Dreams coloring group. I've put out a list of the colors that I'm going to use, but I've also matched it to the Prisma pencils to the Polychromos Faber-Castell pencils. Especially for those that use the Faber-Castell and not the Prisma pencils. Okay, so the list is available on the groups. I will type the list into the description of, only the list of the Prismacolors into the description of the video itself. So today we're going to do the face. I've decided to do freckles on this particular one. Let me just try and zoom in to explain it better to you. Okay, so basically I'm going to show you the undercoat or the undercolors or underlayer for the normal skin tone that you would use for the freckled lighter skin. And then I also applied some light that's coming from the left hand side so that I can show you the effect that it will have on the freckles itself, in the color change if there's light falling onto the face. Jennifer, the list is on Friends Who event and on Color My Dreams in the event of this color along of this page. Thank you so much, Nana. Thank you, Natalie. Okay, so first we're going to start with, you all know me by now, we're going to do, hi Mandy, we're going to do the chameleon colors for the underlayer. And the underlayer in this one is not just going to be greens, it will be different colors because there's light falling on the face. Hi Ria. Hi Abby. Okay, first we're going to start with Blush Pink PC928. And to create the luminous glow, and I had a question earlier today. Some people said that, they apply too much pressure to do so many layers. But I just want to show you, by holding the pencil further down, your pressure automatically, because I'm also heavy-handed, it's also becomes lighter with you holding it further down. Next up, we're going to use Deco Yellow PC1011. Then you must also remember when it is, I've got a light source coming from the left hand side. So I would like to have this part of her face really light. But because the nose is standing out from the face, there will also be a light catching on the nose. So you must always keep these things in mind when coloring the face with different light sources. But on with this image in particular, I've got like sunlight, like in a late sunset, coming from the left hand side. But there's also lights in the shadows that you must also keep in mind. So it's not just a light and a dark situation. So what I'm trying to do here is to show you the different light areas that you do get in shadow areas, and then the lighter areas you have extra lights in lighter areas. That's awesome, Colleen. I'm so glad. I hope to see some of your drawings soon. Next up is Pale Sage PC1089. Now I'm doing even lighter where the sun will catch the face. And then another area that people are sometimes neglecting is around the mouth. You know, in the previous ones we discussed the areas around the nose. And this one I would like to give some attention to the different color changes around the mouth. So just above the upper lip, can you all see okay? Must I not maybe try and get it a little bit closer? Hi Lynn, so nice to see you here. Welcome. Thank you so much, Colleen. Hi, Cherie. Okay, so just above the upper lip, you will have a lighter area right above the pink part of the lip. So I'm highlighting that area. And here. Okay, next up is Light Aqua PC992. Next color is Parma Violet PC1008. Thank you, Nana. The purple I use mostly around the eyes. Not just because it's a light skin, but also because she will have red hair. So the oranger colors and the yellow tones with the purple undertone will be a complementary color under the skin that will make the skin stand out. It was 928 Blush Pink was the first color. Arlene? And as you can see, even though the light is coming from the left-hand side, my shadow area is still against the nose on the left-hand side. Now, also just underneath the light side or the light part of the upper lip, I will put purple in the shadow area. Because why I'm putting the shadow there is when you have such a bright reflection of light on the left hand side of the face, you will also always have like a shadow that's darker than the shadow area, a strip that will form on the face before you get to the part that is actually in the shadow. But then that shadow area will pick up some lighter areas that you will see the shape of the face. Okay, so now we've done our chameleon undercoat. And now we will apply all the flesh tones over it. So now I will start with the light area working towards the shadow area. Thanks, Nana. Okay, first we're going to start with yellowed orange, PC1002. And right on the edge, where the afternoon sun will catch the face, I will have a strip of bright yellow. And on the corner of the nose, and in the corner of the cheek, Hi, Sammy. So nice to see you here. Hi, Groon. Nice to see you here. Next up is Deco Yellow PC1011 again. Now I'm just blending in my yellow strip a bit. Thank you so much, Sammy. I'm just gonna use the yellowed orange again, PC1002, because I've covered too much of my bright yellow part here on the cheek. Next is Lilac PC956. Thank you so much, Connie. Now, under the eye, with really pale skin, they always have like a purpley bluey tone. Thank you so much, Sammy. Yes, she looks a bit like a chameleon. Oh, thank you, Nana. I'm so glad you tried it. And did you have great success? It really works. It does look odd in the beginning, but it does work. Well, thank you, Kat. And hello. Okay, next is Nectar PC1092. So now we're going to move over to the more skin tones. If you know, like the normal ones that everybody would consider skin tones. And I use quite a bit of nectar to give the pink, you know, like with freckled skin, they are also with a blue undertone around the eyes and then also very pinkish undertone. Sammy, I see quite a lot of colors overall. When I look at something, I don't just see one or two colors, I see a lot of colors. And I think that's what inspires me to get people to use more colors than just the normal skin tones or just 3 or 4. But you can get amazing results with just 3 or 4 pencils or just one. Next is Beige Sienna, PC1080. And now you can see the colors are starting to soften around the face. The harsh, bright colors. Helen and Rhea, please do try it. We would love to see what you come up with. Your coloring is wonderful as is, but I would love to see you try this. Yes, Helen, and you must please post it to the Friends Who Color, the Friends Who Color group, and the Color My Dreams group. Yeah, we're running a color along event at the moment. We'll be coloring the whole image on YouTube. So I hope to see some of you join us for the event. So please do go to the groups and join the event. I would love to see your colorings. Yes, Ellen, go for it. The grey toned paper is really amazing to work with. I love it. Next is Blue Slate PC1024. Now I'm doing the shadowy area in the shadow side of the face. So now I'm just toning it completely down because the warmth of the sunset colors that will be on the highlighted side, you need cooler colors in the shadowy areas of the shadow area. Next is Burnt Ochre PC943. I've heard Pablo's is really great pencils to work with, but I don't have them as yet. But I will definitely look into getting some. Bye, cuz. Thank you for being here. Take care. Enjoy the class. Okay, now we're going to look at the rounding of the nose tip again. So firstly, we're going to do the shadow on the side of the nose of the light area. I'm going to move it down, right down on the cheek. Hi Shelley, or Shell. Hi Rain. Above the eye of the brow, casting a shadow on the eyelid. So now we've got the nose tip. So because the nose is catching some light here, it will have a shadow similar to the shadow that's casting onto the face after it's received so much light. You will have a line on the nose. So the shadow area on the nose tip will form like this. Hi Sean, nice to see you here. Welcome. Okay, so now you've seen the tip. But on this nose wing, I call them, you will have the shadow not on this side, but in the shadow area it will be on the bottom. So here will be a slight shadow for the nostril to stand out. And now we're just enlarging the shadow that the nose is casting. Yeah, so the shape of the shadow on the upper lip will take the shape of the heels of the face again. So it will be larger here, and smaller at the bottom of the nose. So at the bottom of the mouth corner you will have shadow because the upper lip will have light on it. And then at the bottom of the lip also a shadow area. And the shadow will also be on the light hand side of the face again. Mandy, yes, it does. It also, the shadow depends on how far on the face it's protruding. For example, the nose is standing quite a lot further away from the face and the cheek, so it will cast a bigger shadow than what a lip would, because the lip is more down to the face. Next is Chestnut PC1081. Next is Beige Sienna PC1080. I'm just going to go over the chestnut a bit. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you, Della. Next is Light Amber PC941. Sean, that's great news. As I said before, I'm also a bit heavy-handed, but you weren't here yet. If you hold the pencil further down with the Prismas, I find that then I'm not so heavy-handed. It forces you to be almost lighter in the application, so you can apply more layers. Next is Clay Rose PC1017. Thank you, Nana. Mandy, the Clay Rose is a pink darker shade that's almost like a brownie pink that will cool down your shadow area. That's why I've put it mostly in the shadow areas. Thank you, Pam. I use it mostly in the shadow areas, Mandy. I quite like it, but my favorite color to use mostly over the whole face is the beige sienna. Next up is Goldenrod PC1034. Now we need to warm up the face that's catching the sunset. No, Mandy, you are quite welcome to ask questions. That's the only way you learn. Okay, now to warm it up even more, we're going to do Cadmium Orange Hue PC118. So the orange I'm applying in the light hand side on the shadowy areas of the face, so the parts that will be dented slightly in. If you look at the forehead, then it will come slightly in, so here would be a darker orange than the lighter orange. Around the eyelid is another space. So just before the eyelid will come out, protruding from the face, there will be a shadow area, and that would be darker orange again. Then you will have a bump of the cheekbone, and then towards the bottom of the cheek there will be darker orange again. And then in the corner of the mouth is another part, and in the side of the nostril. Okay, next up is chocolate, PC1082. Now we're going to darken the shadow areas even more. We've got the eyelids. Need to accentuate with the chocolate. Next is Peach PC939. Okay, next up is Peach Beige PC1085. Now I'm just highlighting the higher part of the face. Like the small bag under the eye, just below the eyebrow, on the forehead, on the edge that's catching the light, on the cheek, okay, the cheekbone, the jawline, above the mouth, upper lip, the chin, here I'm just highlighting around the dark part of the nostril and at the bottom. Now I need to darken it again in the shadow area. Thank you, Helen. Next I'm using the Burnt Ochre PC943 again. I'm just enhancing the shadow areas on the nose to get the shape right. And the shadow on the upper lip. Bye, Karen. Thank you for being here. It is lovely to see you here. Next is Mineral Orange, PC1033. Now we're just extending the warmth to this side. So now you can see that there's a little bit of a yellowy tone that I'm bringing into her darker side. Good night, Sean. Thank you for being here. It was so nice to see you again in the chats. Next up is Rosy Beige, PC1019. Nona, the toned grey paper can really take a lot of layers. So yes, it's amazing paper to use. Now we're gonna go and use Chartreuse PC989 to get some green into the skin. And it also creates a nice glow. Hi Kenny, nice to see you here. Welcome. Thank you, Nana. Okay. Next is Blue Slate PC1024. So now I need to tone down the shadow area again. So I am adding some blue in the shadow area. Here around the eyes. And here by the mouth corner, and just below. There we go. The undertones, it all depends on, for example, like I showed you before, this one is completely different to the other ones that we had before. Is the blue was Blue Slate that I've used, Mandy. It was the PC1024. It depends on the light source. That's one of the things that I would say affect the undertone coloring. But for midtones, I would go with greens and purples, and it depends, is it a really light skin, or in certain areas where the light falls, then I would add a little bit of deco yellow, for example. Like in the beginning of this one, it would be more of those colors than what it will be just the chartreuse and blues. Next up is Beige Sienna PC1080. Okay, now we just need to darken the shadow areas. What I'm going to use here is the Black Raspberry PC1095. So now I'm really going to darken the shadow area. Next is dark brown PC946. Hi Renee, welcome, so nice to see you. Angela. Thank you for being here. It's nice having you here. Have a great evening. Blue Slate is PC1024. Now I'm just adding a little bit more blue over the dark colors. Yes, Natalie, I agree. The Strathmore paper has so much more tooth and it really can take a lot of layers. You are totally correct. I really like this paper. But I have used cardstock before. Next is Beige Sienna, PC1080. Now I'm smoothing everything out. Now on the chin, I'm going to work with pink. It's the Blush Pink PC928. So I will have pink area here and pink around and pink around the cheek. Next will be Light Peach, PC927. I'm just bringing back the highlight. Oh. Here on the forehead. Next is Eggshell, PC140. I want it even lighter. Okay, we've got the chin as a highlight, the cheekbone, the eyelid just below the brow area, and just below the shadow area of the mouth corner there's another highlight area, and then the side of the face we're just highlighting the yellow section slightly. Okay, now I'm going to move over. Before we do the freckles and things, I want to show you the eye. Okay, as I said before, again, the white of the eyes are not white. Again. So let me just get all the eye colors here. Thank you, Helen. Okay, let me just see if I can bring it a little bit closer. Okay, with this eye, I'm using the yellowed orange PC1002. So first of all, with the white here, that section of the white will catch the yellow that's shining onto the face. So you would go yellow, and just before the iris. Hold on. Nana, I'm gonna do one that looks similar to Jason Momoa just for you. A Viking. Next is Deca Yellow PC1011. Now I'm just going with the Deca Yellow over the yellowed orange. Okay, next up is the grey-green light, PC289. So now I'm just lightening my Deca Yellow and the orange section slightly. So I'm just lightening it, so I'm going right over it. And white on the other side of the iris. You're welcome, Kenny. And next up is the 70% French Grey PC1074. Now I'm doing the shadow that the eyelid casts onto the white section of the eye. Thank you, Diane. I'm just the grey-green light again, PC289. I just want to extend the light part of the eye. So I'm just slightly going over the yellowed area and softening the shadow that's on the white. Next is the 70% French Grey again, PC1074. Next is Henna, PC1031. Now I'm just doing the corner of the eye, because last time I had a lot of people that watched my eye tutorial and said, but there's so much detail going into an eye, but it's so small on a normal page. So that's why I'm just explaining where the colors would be on a normal page. So I'm just doing this corner of this eye as well while we edit. Okay. Next up is Cobalt Turquoise PC105. So now I'm just doing the outer ring of the iris. Next is 70% Cool Grey PC1065. So now I'm just slightly going over the Cobalt Turquoise because it's very bright, and give the shadow at the eyelid side. And now again the 70% French Grape PC1074. And go over the white part. Next is Cobalt Blue. Oh, Indigo Blue, sorry. It's PC901 Indigo Blue. Indigo Blue. I'm really darkening the shadow area of the blue part. Yeah. Then also in the corner, just before you get the pink part of the eye. Next is Jade Green PC1021. So now I'm just putting the light at the bottom of the eye. I'm just lightening it, the color part. And next is Sepia PC948. And now I'm just darkening it around where the dark pupil will be and around the edge. And next is Black PC935. And now I'm putting in the pupil. And just the shadow underneath the eyelid. Now I'm going to take 10% French Grey PC1068. Now I'm just putting in the light part. So just underneath the color iris, I'm lightening it slightly on the color part. And then I'm going to use the grey green light PC289 in the pupil. And I'm just accentuating the eye bag underneath the eye slightly with the grey-green light. Next is blush pink again, PC928. I'm just adding some pink on the pink part of the eye. And then some henna, PC1031 in the corner. Hi Loretta, no worries, you can just watch it back. Next is Peach, PC939. I'm just, again, on the pink part. Now I'm just warming up this eye again. It's the Mineral Orange, PC1033 again. And the next one is Cadmium Orange Hue, PC118. Next is black. Hold on, black. 935. Now I'm just gonna quickly do. Okay, let me just fix a pupil here. I'm just quickly gonna do the eyelashes exactly like we did in the tutorial before. Hi Lisa. So nice to see you here. Welcome. Awesome, Lisa. What's for dinner? Or is it lunchtime or breakfast time by you? Now I'm going to just do the eyebrow here as well. Hold on, let me just put in the eyelid. There we go. The eyebrow we're going to do with chocolate or dark brown. Dark brown first, PC946. Just next is chocolate, PC1082. Next up, we do Mineral Orange, PC1033. Next is Cadmium Orange Hue, PC118. Now right at the top we add some orange, because I'm going to do red hair next week. She's a girl with freckles and red hair, Viking. Colleen, I will be doing men with facial hair soon as part of the Viking range, and then I will do a tutorial on that, the facial hair. Next is black, PC935. But it's a very good question, because I find that a lot of people stay clear from coloring men because they're not sure how to deal with the facial hair. I'm just going in with the Cadmium Orange Hue again, PC118. Black again PC935. I just see that we need to give some more attention to the eye. Let me go in with Pale Sage PC1089 and just highlight the bottom section a little bit more. Okay, and we need a little bit more eggshell, PC140, for where the bottom of the eye bag around underneath the eye is catching some of the light. No, I do have a normal website that has different pay platforms, if that will work better for you. I just want to enhance the shadow in between the light yellow areas in the white section of the eye here. So I'm just going to use the 70% French Grey PC1074. And this is the 70% French Grey again. I'm doing the shadow that the eyelid is casting onto the eye. But see, this one will be different to this one. Okay, so with the right hand eye, I'm going to use 10% French Grey PC1068 just around the iris and right underneath the other iris of the eye. Okay, next is the Cobalt Turquoise PC105, and that again, it's for the color of the iris. Got more here. And next is Jade Green PC1021. Next is grey green light, PC289. Now the corner of the eye, I'm also just lightening it on the skin. Next is black, PC935. That's for the pupil, the shadow area that the lid is casting. In the corner of the pink inner corner of the eye. Then we do the eyelashes again, and just extend the eyelid with the black. Then I do the eyelashes again, just quick ones. Now I'm just doing the brow. This is just the bottom section of the brow with the black, similar to my left hand side. Bye, Arlene. So nice to have you here, and so glad you came. I really appreciate it. Okay, next is the dark brown again. Now we just softening the brow with the brown. And now we add the mineral orange. Now it's the cadmium orange hue, PC118. Oh, and the mineral orange was PC1033. Hi, Zucchini. How are you? So glad to see you here. Next is Pumpkin Orange, PC1032. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you, Kenny. Next is Light Amber, PC941. Now I'm just darkening the nose bridge at the top before we do the two wrinkles on her forehead. Hi Joe, nice to see you here. Thank you, Abby. Next is Beige Sienna, PC1080. And now I'm just blending it in slightly. Okay, now I'm using the Mineral Orange again, PC1033. Beige Sienna, PC1080. I'm just fixing her nose. Hi Andrea. Welcome. So nice to see you here. Blue Slate, PC1024. Next is Peach, PC939. I'm just blending the blue that I've just added in here. Light Amber, PC941. Next is Burnt Ochre, PC943. Now I'm just going over the shadow area on the side of the face to darken it a bit. The tip of the nose and the nostril. Thank you so much, Andrea. Next is Yellowed Orange, PC1002. Now I'm just brightening it up again. I think we can do the freckles before we do the lips. The freckles I'm doing with two colors. I'm using the light amber and chocolate. The light amber is PC941 first. Okay, so we start with the light amber. I'm making small little freckles in the light area, but you'll see in the lighter section you have very small ones here on the highlighted yellow area. And you can add as many as you like, but I've freckled the whole face. You can only do it by on the nose if you want. Wait, let me just zoom in a bit so you can see what I'm doing. And you can give her bigger ones, smaller ones, just as you wish. And freckles is not just spots on the face. Freckles normally, if you look at people that really have a lot of freckles, it is a layer of, so it's almost like there's lighter ones and darker ones. Thank you, Kenny. So how we're going to achieve that is you have light ones that we are just doing now. I'm just doing one layer first, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with them. Now I'm going to take the beige sienna. Hold on a second, I just need to sharpen it quickly. Now I'm going to put a layer of the beige sienna right over all the freckles that I've just drawn. And because it's such a light color, it doesn't cover them completely if you just do a thin layer. So now they've softened completely. And now we're doing another layer with the light amber, PC941, and we go in and we carry on and we do, and you press slightly harder on your pencil now, right over all the other ones. And now to create more depth with the freckles, before we're going to cover them again, is I'm going to use chocolate. Chocolate PC1082. Thank you, zucchini. So now we make slightly darker ones in between. Hi, Kat. And now I'm going to take the beige sienna PC1080 and go over all of them again to soften them. And the areas that you want them to be really light, you obviously just press a little bit harder with the burnt sienna. Oh, burnt sienna. The beige sienna that I'm using at the moment. Okay, so now I'm just wanting to bring back the light onto her nose. I'm going to use 10% French Grey, PC1068. So on the bridge of the nose and on the tip of the nose. And on her lip, this side, and the mouth corner, the bottom and at the top. And now we're ready to start the mouth. We're almost done, guys. Just the mouth. Okay, again, the lip will catch the light sunset light that's falling onto the face. So the lip here will have the orange on the corner and in the middle. Cat, I'm using the toned grey again. Next up is Carmine Red. Carmine Red. PC926. Cat, you can use any paper that you're comfortable with that can take a lot of layers. Next is terracotta PC944. Next is peach PC939. Next is chocolate PC1082. just adding some brown to the lips to turn the red down. Sorry, I just had to fix that one section of the nose. It was bugging me. And next is Pumpkin Orange, PC1032. Thank you, Kat. Now, next is Deco Yellow, PC1011. Now I'm just highlighting the areas that the sunlight's catching. Next is 10% French Grey, PC1068. I'm softening the edge. And blending it in. Now we can just add the shiny bits on this side and right at the top. Alright. Just need some next is Pumpkin Orange, PC1032. I'm just fixing this section of the mouth. And now we need Black Grape, PC996, and burnt ochre PC943 to do the shadow here at the bottom of the lip and the chin and the mouth corner. Around the nose here, the top of the lip. Around the nostril. I think we can do a page giveaway. It's page giveaway time while I'm just doing the highlight again. And you can all choose a number between 1 and 100. You can go now. The next is eggshell PC140. Okay, I'm going to use the random number calculator. Or generator, as they say. Are you all ready? Okay, let's go. The lucky number is number 70. Who's the winner? Admins can help check who's the winner, who's closest. Loretta. Is Loretta the closest? Yes, Loretta is the closest. Della. No, I think it's Loretta. Congratulations, Loretta. Loretta, you just won a page. You can go to my Etsy shop and choose anything you like. I will email it to you. You can just PM me, or you can send me an email on monia.gates1@gmail.com. Next is Deco Yellow, PC1011. I'm just finishing up with the yellows. I'm blending this in and here. This one is Burnt Ochre, PC943. I'm just using the Deco Yellow again, just shaping it again. And the Burnt Ochre again, PC943. She looks a lot paler here with all the lights than what she is. She's actually slightly darker. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Mandy. I'm just adding a little bit more freckles with my PC941, and you can add as many or as little as you want. And I hope to see your creations in Friends Who Color event and on Color My Dreams event. Please post in the whip threads on both groups so that we can see. Thank you, Zucchini. Thank you, everyone. This is all for tonight. Hope to see you next Wednesday. Then we will be doing the red flaming hair. So it will be a hair tutorial next week. Hope to see all of you here. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Nana. Good night, ladies, and thank you again for all of you that came to the live tweet. And please do join us in the event. It will be great to see all of your creations. The best way to contact me, Loretta, is either PM on Facebook or email me. Doesn't matter. I'll check all of them the whole time. You are all very welcome. Bye-bye, everyone. See you next week. And remember, it's the same time. Good night, Andrea. Take care, everyone.